Hi and welcome back to Estellosaurus Reads. Today I am going to be talking about You by Caroline Kepnes. I picked up You by Caroline Kepnes as part of a buy one get one half price deal at Waterstones. I'd already got one book. Probably didn't need another. I didn't need the expense of another, but I decided to get my cat's fighting. Anyway, so yeah, it was part of a buy one get one half price deal in Waterstones. We'd recently watched the very popular series over on Netflix, so I figured might be worth a read. So you might have already seen it. If not, the story follows Joe and his obsession with Guinevere Beck, who we call Beck. It's an unusual name because apparently having an unusual name makes it super easy to get stalked. I think Estella's quite an unusual name. Fortunately, I have not been stalked. Not yet anyway. So the book starts with Joe meeting Beck in his bookstore that he runs. He doesn't own it. There is an owner who doesn't really feature at all in the book. So Joe basically runs the bookstore. He's like the owner's protege, I suppose. So he sees Beck in his bookstore and his obsession very quickly escalates. And his good old-fashioned internet stalking quite quickly turns into him stood on the pavement outside her apartment. A little bit creepy. Their relationship reaches its climax in more than one way. We soon see that Joe is not your average friendly neighbourhood stalker, and he soon turns pretty nasty. I'm not going to give you any spoilers in case you haven't read the book or seen the TV show. I don't believe in spoilers, so if you haven't seen the book, seen the show or watched the book, there are no spoilers here, don't worry. The book is a little different to the show. It's got a much slower pace, and this slow pace sort of carries on through 2/3 of the book until we start to reach the end. Some of the characters are quite different. For example, the other guy that works in the bookstore, there's two of them in the book. One that gets fired, and then Ethan he employs, and I think if I remember correctly it's Ethan the whole way through the TV series, so Ethan's story is a little bit different as well. For another example, Paco, the next door neighbour that is in the TV series with his abusive and neglectful family, he doesn't exist in the book at all. I can only assume it was added in as like an extra side story for drama, maybe to show a different side to Joe. I don't really know, but Paco is not in the book at all. A lot of the scenarios that happened in the TV show happen in the book, but they deviate slightly from the way the scene plays out. And again, I think it was for added drama and for padding, that sort of thing, but that a lot of the scenarios are quite different in the book. All in all, I was a little bit disappointed in the book. Some parts were so dull, and Joe's character in the book is really, really nasty. He's sometimes like actually outright hateful. He's really not a character that you can grow to love in this book, whereas in the TV show I think people felt some sympathy for him. But in the book I didn't feel that I hated him in the book. And Beck really irritated me. I mean, she irritated me in the TV show, but in the book she especially irritated me. And I mean, for goodness sake, woman, buy some bloody curtains. I wondered if I found the book anticlimactic because I watched the TV show first. So I kept waiting for the overdramatic, fast-paced scenes, and I was just left waiting and hoping that Joe and Beck would both fall into some big hole and put me out of my misery. That was kind of harsh. The book isn't that bad. And if you like decent thrillers that you want to read whilst you bask in the unseasonal February sunshine, then this is the book for you. It's easy to read, it's got a good flow, it's well written, and as a standalone thriller it's not too bad. It does sort of keep you guessing, it makes you wonder what's going to happen next. Again, not so much if you've already seen the TV show, because whilst not the same, it is similar. If nothing else, this book will definitely make you want to rethink your social media privacy settings. There is also a sequel called Hidden Bodies, which I'm going to hopefully be reading quite soon. I've got a couple of other books on my TBR pile, so I don't know when I'll get to it, but I'm hoping to read the sequel. And I'm really interested to see what's going to happen to Jo in series 2. Again, judging from the end of the book and the end of the TV show, the endings were different. Not overly different, but different enough that it makes me wonder where they'll go next. And I think I'm going to read the sequel to the book first before I don't think the season 2's even been announced, but I'm definitely going to read the book first, because I just don't want to feel like I've been let down again. So I gave You by Caroline Kepnes 2 out of 5 stars. I won't be reading it again, and I am passing it on to my good friend Stacey next, because she really enjoyed the TV show, so I hope she likes the book more than I did. I will pop the link to my Goodreads profile in the comments below, so don't forget you can follow me over on Goodreads to find out what I'm reading at the moment. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell for more fun book reviews, and I'll see you soon. Bye!